Hello agents and welcome to another Division 2 video. Last night I had a stream. I was leveling up the breaking point to the maximum proficiency rank, and while I was running all 6 pieces of breaking point, I noticed that it's not such a bad gear set. So I was thinking about how to tweak it up. There is numerous ways you can do it, but I decided to go with 2 pieces of zwiadovka. I'm gonna show you the build today, what weapons I'm using, what rifles are the best for me, what I discovered last night, and that's gonna be it for today. Probably will be no stream tonight, but instead of this I'll try to record this video. Alright guys, let's start with the build. First thing, it's a specialization. It's a technician because you get +1 skill tier. That way you're gonna have a pretty decent shield, which is pretty important if you're running with the rifle around. Also increase damage against robotics and drones, especially if you're playing against Black Tusk and such. Because it's a rifle build, you don't have that health damage which is baked in into the assault rifles. So technician might come really handy. You see that I'm using Ninja Bike backpack, and I'm combining 2 zwiadovka pieces. One of the 2 is a named piece, Eagle's Grasp. These are the gloves. And I'm using mask, ordinary mask with crit chance, crit damage and crit chance mods. I was playing last night, as I said in the beginning of the video, and I come to conclusion that this might be a useful build if you wanna switch the playstyle, type of the playstyle. If you're used to run with the SMGs, LMGs or assault rifles, the rifle might be a good change. My trusty M1A is great rifle, so normally I started to testing out the build with this rifle. It's a fully optimized one. I can switch talent on it, so I decided to go with the flatline because I'm using technician. Basically you aim to the enemy, they are all pulsed, and you are getting +15% damage to pulsed enemies. I know you know that. It was working fine. Damage is 500,000 per shot, crit damage. And while I was testing other rifles, I remembered that I have Merciless somewhere in my stash. It's not fully optimized one, but this gun is the most fun with this build. I mean, it's like laser beam. Basically stability and accuracy are non-matched so far. There is a build, striker build with the Merciless, which also give you rate of fire and great stability, but with this build it's really easy to shoot at the targets. The cursor, it's not moving at all. On top of that, you have that mag of 34 bullets. It comes with rifle damage, crit damage and crit chance, which is good because it's kind of hard to get a higher number of crit chance of this build, because it's a gear set plus brand set, so none of these have any crit chance in their talents. So basically how the build works, it's you have Ninja will give you +1 piece of the brands and the gear set you have. So running 2 zwiadovka, I'm getting full bonus of zwiadovka brand set, which is 15% magazine size, 20% rifle damage and 30% weapon handling. On top of that, I'm getting also all 4 bonuses of the breaking point, which is another 25% rifle damage. Now we are on 45. 25 marksman rifle damage, 3 pieces will give you 30% headshot damage and 15% weapon handling. Crazy numbers when it comes to weapon handling and rifle damage. It all adds up, and there is on point special talent of this gear set, which says hitting a shot with the rifle or MMR, marksman rifle, grants a stack. Max stack is equal to the weapon's magazine size. On the Merciless, mag is 34, so basically you can stack up to 34. That's why it's very very nice to play with the Merciless, because you are getting great stacks. Reloading will grant plus 2 weapon handling and plus 4 weapon damage per stack for 10 seconds. Now talent is pretty long. It said no stacks are required while the bonuses are active. Timer running out will refill your magazine. Switching weapons while the bonuses are active will stop the effect and refill your mag. Switching weapons while the bonuses are not active will remove all stacks and refill your magazine. So basically it's kind of like a striker but for the rifles. The higher the mag size, the higher the stacks you're gonna get with the breaking point, and on top of that you got these constant damage numbers, weapon handling numbers, and magazine size. So it comes all together pretty nicely. You saw at the beginning of the video one part of the mission. Basically you deleting everything in front of you, and when we talk about Merciless, I cannot skip but point out to the binary trigger. This weapon fires on trigger, pull and release. If both bullets hit the same enemy, gain a stack. At 7 stacks, shooting an enemy deals plus 500% amplified damage and creates a 7-meter explosion, dealing 500% weapon damage, consuming the stacks. So basically on top of all the damage you are dealing with the normal shooting, you're gonna get this explosion at every 7 stacks, and it's pretty easy cause the RPM is 400. So basically you're just spamming bullets into the target, getting occasional explosions which increases the damage. In the shooting range those explosions were about 4 million. So that's it. Of course I'm running with the shield. It's impossible. I mean it's possible, but it's much easier to play with this. On top of that it's a tier 2 shield because Ninja Bike will give you weapon damage, will give you 1 armor core and 1 skill tier core. So all in all I think it's tier 4 shield. It's tier 3, but it should be 1 from Technician, 1 from this one. Yeah, that's it. Everything else is weapon damage. So I'll go piece by piece just to see how I roll this one. Weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and the crit chance mod. Here I went with the crit chance also and the crit chance mod. The holster, it's weapon damage, crit damage. It's gonna be even better when I optimize this to the maximum. Ninja Bike I show you already, 3 cores and critical hit damage mod. These are the name gloves, Eagle's Grasp. They have weapon damage, weapon handling, and 11.3 critical hit damage mod. Actually not mod, it's baked in attribute. And the Nippets, I went with weapon damage and crit damage. When we go to the stats you're gonna see some crazy numbers. These numbers are for M1A, 150,000 weapon damage, 37.4 crit chance, 120 crit damage, 110 headshot damage, reload speed bonus 70%, accuracy 70. That all coming from the weapon handling, which is on zwiadovka and on the gear set breaking point. So these are some crazy numbers. 75% rifle damage bonus, and that's all you need to know. If we check out the secondary, actually primary weapon, you see the weapon damage is half, but rate of fire is much higher. So we have 41.9% crit chance because the third attribute of the Merciless is 9.5 crit chance, 116 crit damage, 110 headshot damage. We have no health damage, that's why it's good to go with the Technician. 90% reload speed bonus, 90% accuracy, 90% stability, 70% weapon swap speed, it's swapping really quick, 70% weapon handling, 93.0 weapon damage bonus. Is gonna be 100 when I optimize items to the maximum. And that's it, guys. I was really enjoying this build. I think I told you everything. It's worth a try. Maybe Merciless is a little bit hard to get, or Ninja Bike backpack, or these gloves, but it's worth trying. It's really fun build, fun rifle build. Always running with the Reviver Hive, and that's it. A little bit different than usual. Uh, both weapons are great. The third weapon I was using is Dr. Home. If you wanna have some extra armor or healing ability, you can go with Dr. Home. It's also 350 RPM, 17 mag. Actually, if I equip it, you're gonna see better. I have this one. It's a god rolled one with damage to target out of cover, but the Tal and Dr. Home, it's interesting because shooting an enemy will apply a mark for 5 seconds. If you kill enemy in the 5 seconds, you will give 10% armor repair kit, which applies to you and the whole party. Basically, it's great for a group playing. Kit will not give bonus armor. Basically, it's gonna repair your armor with every target you kill in 5 seconds, so it can stack. You can kill 3 targets in 5 seconds. You're gonna get 30% of your armor back. So that's the variant if you wanna have a little bit more survivability. Yeah, interesting rifle build. With Dr. Home, it's also very easy to play because it's great stability and accuracy. Only thing I don't like it's a scope, but you cannot change it on the Dr. Home. So if you wanna use Dr. Home as your main weapon, then maybe you can go with the gunner specialization, which will give you another 10% armor on kill. So those are the suggestions: M1A, Dr. Home, and the best one for me was Merciless. I was using this one. Alright, guys, greetings from the White House. Hope I see you soon. Stay well, and I will see you in my next video.